Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. We
That's great.
and we are live with friend Karla here, Karla Burton.
Hello.
Welcome, Karla,
Yeah.
and hopefully everyone can hear me. Okay, we have we have a whole bunch of exciting photos. I think of Casablanca in Morocco. We've got Tangiers, which is just across the Mediterranean from Gibraltar, the Rock of Gibraltar. So we actually took the ferry, the person I was traveling with from Gibraltar, and crossed the Mediterranean. We caught a 2 p.m. ferry. Unfortunately, it was delayed until 8 p.m. And so we arrived in Tangiers at 10 p.m. at night in the pitch dark with no
Not fun.
reservations anywhere. And it's like the drug cap, like between North Africa and Europe.
Yeah.
It's like a gate for
Mhm.
drugs, and it was
Mhm.
sketchy as shit. So
Mhm.
I would like to say hello. And welcome people in the so hello and welcome Karla for thank you for
Hello.
co-hosting.
It's my
Yeah,
pleasure.
and you're coming all the way from the other side of the world.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, and I'd like to welcome and say hello to Eugene Bird. Thank you for being
Hello.
here. And I'd also like to welcome Sci-Fi Nation. And
Hello.
okay, oh, Ian Hamby, hello and welcome. He says star grade. And we have Miskatonic Madman. Hello and welcome to you. And oh, Orphan Saint, I recognize you
I
as one
don't.
of no, I recognize him as one of Tony's crew, and
Oh,
anyone
well.
that I recognize, I just make as a moderator. There's no obligation. I just want to see how many YouTube will
It's a sea of
accept.
blue.
Hello, Ian Hamby. You are a wrench. I made you blue, but there's no obligation for that. Okay, you don't have to do anything. And Outlaw Bill,
Hello.
hello and welcome.
Hello.
We're just trying to figure out how many wrenches YouTube will let me have. So if I
Mm.
recognize your name, I just make you blue, and you don't. There's nothing you have to do about it or for it. And I would like to welcome Sci-Fi Nation. Hey man, good to see you. And Ian Hamby, yes, you just became a wrench now. It is your first time, but I recognize you because you've been around our crew. And DJ Play Nice, hello. And okay, DJ Play Nice says Canadian Spider Man. Thanks for hosting. Can't stay, so I'll catch the replay. Replay crew
Have fun.
2014. All right, awesome. Y'all be safe, have fun, take care, and rock. We will
Rock.
rock. Exactly. Miss Ketonic Batman, good to
Mm.
see you here. And Sean Carter, I saw you
Hey,
live
Sean Carter.
earlier. So that's excellent.
Yeah.
Good evening. And yeah, Ian, yeah. And hey, I recognize you all. Hey, Rusty Rivers, good to see you. Excellent. We're just
Hello.
about to I might as well pull this up on the screen. We're just about to uh travel to Morocco, and I'm gonna share it right there. Okay. So here is Morocco, folks. So you might
Mm-hmm.
recognize the Mediterranean. And so here's Spain. And right here is the Rock of Gibraltar. And that is where you cross the
Oh.
Straits of Gibraltar. So we took
Mm-hmm.
a
How far?
fiance and I at the time
How
took
big
a
is? How
ferry
long
from
was it?
Gibraltar over to
How long was
Tangier.
that ferry? How long was that ferry ride?
Ooh, it's not that you can see it when you're on top of the Rock of Gibraltar. You can look
Yeah.
across and see the North
Yeah.
Africa. You can see the mainland there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm.
gonna. It was a slow boat, a cargo type freighter. Well, plus passenger ferry, both. I'm gonna say it took about an hour and a half. I want to say.
Oh, well, okay.
So here's Morocco. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for those of, and I'm just gonna hide that for now. Good to
Morocco's
see
a
you, Rusty.
really
Excellent.
funny.
And you know what, Rusty, I know you. I'm sorry.
No, Morocco is a really funny country. It's sort of got like African, Arab, European, like a real melting pot. That is a
It
true melting pot, right?
it really is.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%. We 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 met. We saw people that seemed to be from different lands, and also different languages all over the place. So yeah, it was kind of crazy, but it was quite a unique experience, and it's African, North African, of course, but
Yeah.
unlike the rest of Africa. Now, I haven't been to proper Africa, like the
Mhm.
African safari, but I would love to. Have you any interest in going on African safari,
Well, my
Carla?
mum is from South Africa, and I've been to school in South Africa, and so my mum is coloured.
Oh,
So I went to an all
Africa,
colour school. I was the only white kid in the school because my mum is coloured. So yeah,
right?
so I've been to South Africa. I've been to the shanty town. My mum made me go to the shanty towns and see what it's like, how people live
Fair enough.
there and stuff like that. And yeah, and just I don't know. I could go to Africa, but like I say, I sort of not grew up, but I went a few times, and we lived a few months at a time in South Africa.
If you want to do a picture show on a travel night on Thursdays, uh,
I was
anything you
like
want to
five years
share or
there.
talk about?
Oh no, it's fine.
So I'll just give you a brief. Here's basically what we're looking at tonight. So arrived in the port of Tangier, which is sketchy as shit, and then traveled traveled down to Fez, and you
Uh
can spell
huh.
it with an S. You can
Yeah.
or a Z. And the
Yeah.
Medinas there, the walled sort of market old cities were incredible. And I've got
Mhm.
some beautiful photos we're just about to see from there. And then the capital city of Rabat, right on the coast, by bus, and all the travel through here. I don't fly when I'm in country. I travel by land to see more and to meet the real
Mhm.
people. Then we went
Mhm.
down to Casablanca, which I've got some fantastic photos
Mhm.
of, and then Marrakesh, which is this incredible
Ah.
outdoor
Yeah.
market. And then from Marrakesh, went to this little town in the Sahara Desert and went on a camel
Mm.
ride. Quarzazete. I'm probably really badly
Okay.
pronouncing it, but
Yeah.
that is right at the in the high Atlas Mountains and part of the Sahara Desert, right there.
Yeah.
And the I it was a bit it was a hell of a six people in a Mercedes Benz taxi ride to get there. It was brutal. It cost 420 dirhams, eight
Mhm.
dirhams to a dollar. So yeah, I thought it was worth it. So anyway, there's
60
Marrakesh
bucks.
and Morocco. So we're gonna look at those.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna look at those tonight, folks. So, and I just want to welcome everyone, Ian Hamby and Sean Carter and Garrett Grant. Hey, hello, and Rusty Rivers, both you. Welcome, both you. And I'm gonna share up right now, Carla.
And Wes
Here
Cagel's
we go.
here. Hi, Wes Cagel. Hey, Christopher.
Eh,
Hi.
All right. So,
Yeah,
what is? Have you seen the Humphrey Bogart movie Casablanca?
I have not.
Neither have I. But
Okay.
there's a famous scene in
Mhm.
Casablanca in the movie
Mhm.
where it's at Rick's Cafe Americana and the
Uh
piano bar
huh.
there, and it's a famous scene. And so this is. I thought I'd get started with a bang. This is Rick's Cafe. This is me inside Rick's Cafe. I think I had a
That's
seven
very
dollar
cool.
drink, rum and coke or something in there. Vodka, something. Maybe I did a vodka shaken and stirred. And so
Yeah.
Casablanca was, yeah, it's famous for this cafe and the hotel, Rick's Cafe Americano, and it's part of a hotel, and it's right there. And Eugene Bird says it's too deep and current, too strong for a bridge. They say. Oh, from yeah, across the Mediterranean from Gibraltar. Wow, I guess
Mhm.
so. Sci-fi said thought Gibraltar was at the southern tip of South Africa. They,
No.
they moved it. Sci-fi.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Wes Cagle, great to see you.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Rick's cat. So I just wanted to start that off with a bang
That's
because
right.
I know.
And I said that it looked like a James Bond scene type thing, didn't I?
Hmm.
And then
You
we
did.
found out that
There's the outside.
James Bond has filmed two movies in Morocco.
Right. And this is Rick's Cafe Americano from the outside. That's what that sign it it says Rick's Cafe. It's really small, but that's what it says with the palm trees. And do you
Very
mind,
cool.
Karla, while I show a couple more photos, do you mind? So that's Casablanca, just to get right to it, because from the
Yeah.
movie. But here is landing in Tangiers, and then we got right out of Tangiers because it was sketchy as shit, and went right down to Fez. So Fez,
Yeah.
like the hat,
Yeah.
this is where we are
Yeah.
now. And
Mhm.
actually, Karla, what do you want to tell the audience about about James Bond and its connection with Morocco, please?
Oh. Let's see if I can find it. Bond's chase leads them to North Africa, Morocco. What was it? Hang on. Two James Bond films have been set and filmed in Morocco: The Living Daylights and Spectre. And then it goes into where they.
Ooh, the Living
So
Daylights was good.
Tangiers was one the white city at the sea.
Hmm.
Erfurt, if I'm saying that correctly, in the desert, and Oja. People can laugh at me. Oujda at the border of Algeria. So yeah, those are the different
Yep,
filming locations.
that's
Wow,
very
are those
exotic. Yeah.
dyed?
Okay, so
Is that dyed?
in Fez, bingo. Yes, Karla.
Yeah.
Fez, for a long time has been producing uh, dyed leathered goods. They're famous for leather goods and fabrics of all
Oh,
kinds. And so
oh,
in the walled old city called the Medina, I believe, um, this was an old leather tannery that's been
gosh.
in use for a long time. And yeah, they dye
Mm,
leather and make like really fancy leather purses and bags and
mm,
clothing and everything. And they use
mm.
natural dyes in there. Those dyes, my understanding was that they use natural flowers and natural
Okay.
dyes. But the
Uh-huh.
lime, the white, they start
Okay.
by dyeing it white, and then they dye it
Okay.
from there. So
Yeah,
if they
that
want to
makes
go,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
they go white, and then for whatever color they're gonna finish in. So
Yeah.
the lime, and there's the white section back there. That is really like not good for the workers, I guess. To
No, it wouldn't be.
yeah, so
Isn't
yeah,
that
I
what you
just thought,
bury people in? Isn't that what you help
yeah,
dispose a body
I
in?
think
Lime?
I ooh, you tell me,
Yeah.
Karla.
I watch a lot of murder mysteries. I watch a lot of murder mysteries.
The docs
Yeah.
be sketchy. You're not kidding, sci-fi. And
Yeah.
do you mind reading our friend Christopher Dominguez, please, Karla?
Yeah. I remember seeing these photos when you covered Morocco 7 months prior. That's
Yes,
cool.
that is correct. And I've got some new ones, and we're just gonna go in again. Now the Moors try to rule American courts with sovereign
Mm-hmm.
citizenship. Interesting. Play it again, Spidey. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of people didn't get to see some, and I do have some new photos in here. So that's the workers right there getting in right in the dye and
Wow.
making the
Oh my
leather. Yeah.
gosh.
And it's just right in the old Medina. The houses are and buildings are right on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this
Mm-hmm.
is one of the shops, and I've got a lot of pictures from shops in throughout the Medina here in Fez that I don't think I have shown before, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
say hello and welcome to Caroline.
Hello.
Uh, so this is I don't even uh, this was this was kind of like different. These were like different liquids, and I think some of them were perfumes, and
They
some of
look
them were
empty. It looks like
yeah,
they're selling empty bottles with labels.
just tiny little bits, right? Tiny little bits.
How big were those bottles?
A less than a liter. Yeah,
Okay.
not that big,
Okay.
not that big. And here, okay, here some of them
Oh
are
yeah, yeah.
some all the medical ingredients and dried herbs are on the shelves
Wow.
behind me
That
there.
is very cool.
The hand carved
An
coal
apothecary.
masks.
Isn't it called an apothecary?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Yes, in medieval times, I think you're right. And ooh,
Well,
that's Riata Americana from the movie. Oh, okay, sci-fi. I've never seen the movie, and Carla hasn't either, so it's kind of
no,
funny.
I would have liked to have watched it, but I didn't have time today.
Yeah, I meant to. Oh shit! What am I doing there?
Hey, we should stream it one day. I mean, Cosme watch it just
I would like
at
to.
Christmas time. Mm.
Okay, so and they make fabrics in Morocco,
Mm-hmm.
in the Medinas, by hand.
Mm.
This is someone maybe that has more experience with these machines than I do can describe it, but I saw the man weaving and operating this with foot pedals and just his hands,
Mm-hmm.
and making fabric. And actually, the shirt I'm wearing today, Karla, was
Yes.
bought right
Yeah.
there in the Medina in Fez, and I'm just
Wow.
going to show it off if you don't mind.
What's that called? A shuttle and something, right?
I think so. Yeah,
A
isn't that what
loom
a
and shuttle or something like that.
yes?
That sort of thing.
I think so.
Something I don't know.
You might be right.
Someone
That
will know.
Hi, Daniel's Hot
Sh-
Topics. Hello and welcome.
You're
Good
gonna
to
show
see
us
you.
your
And
shirt.
PvP is here too.
Hello.
And Phantom Outsider, an apothecary shop. Get the mortar and pestle. Yeah, Phantom Outsider. That's exactly. I love that stuff. And geez, is there any place on earth that Spidey hasn't visited to? Yeah, PvP like Egypt and
New
Greece,
Zealand.
New Zealand. That's next on the list is hopefully Egypt and Greece. I wanted to go to Ukraine and up to Turkey and all that, but I might have to put that off for a while. And Eugene Bird knows it's a loom. Have you ever been to the disputed part of Morocco called Western Sahara? Yes, that's I'm not that far south. I'm in the lesser disputed area of Western Sahara that I'm about to show you. But I'm just
That's
going to make
another place.
myself. It
That's
is.
another movie, Sahara, that they filmed in Morocco.
Yes, with
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. I think I've seen it a long time ago. So
Oh,
this
yeah, it's
is
awesome.
this is the shirt that I got in the Medina.
That
As
is very
hope
cool.
you can see, it's got some
It's hand
pattern.
embroidered. It's hand embroidered.
That I mean all the stuff there was being made by hand. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. And
Has it
you know,
got
it's got
buttons, or are you
patterns.
just trying to show us your chest there?
No. It's
No
got
buttons.
it's got these little
yeah,
balls that go
balls.
through the loops there.
Very cool. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
No, don't
Yeah.
worry. I've got a shirtless photo later because there's a beach. Because the capital city of Rabat has a beach because it's right on the Atlantic Ocean. So we'll just get rid of me being big. There, we don't need to see that. Okay, there we go. And yeah, so a lot of this is handmade. And you know what? It's probably cheaper for them to hand make it than to.
So you bought the shirt in this shop?
In this Medina, not necessarily in this. I can't remember specifically which shop. It could have been this shop.
Yeah.
Probably best to postpone Ukraine and Turkey at present. Yeah, PvP. I will. Yeah. Oh, Stark of Iron says, "Love you, Spidey. Got rent to do tomorrow. Going into lurk mode. Excellent. Glad to have you, man. Good to have you here."
Lurk.
Phantom Outsider says, "Wait, there's a guy weaving Canadian Spider-Man shirt right now."
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here with your crew, Stark of Iron and guests. So please welcome. Yep. And so inside, you're walking through in Fez, the old walled city, the Medina, and every once in a while, because it's all covered from the shade, of course, during the heat of the sun. But every once in a while, you can look up through the coverings and you can spot, like that's an incredible tower where I believe they do the call to prayer from.
Oh, yep.
And the color of the tile has some significance in the Islamic religion, I believe. Or
we need your Muslim uncle here. He can tell us.
Yeah, and so the ceramic tile there is beautiful, and all the green that you see is gorgeous tile. Probably handmade. I'm not kidding.
Definitely. Yeah, they are. Do you know the Prince of Persia, which is another one of my favorite movies? When they were filming, it could have even been in Morocco or something like that. When they filmed it, they had all handmade dishes, handmade outfits, the armor, everything was handmade, and I'm pretty sure it was Morocco as well.
That is so. I'm not, because it's probably cheaper for them to do. Minaret, yes, that is the tower, the minaret. But I didn't know whether it was just the round ones or the square ones. I didn't know if they were both minarets, so that's why I didn't use that word. But yes, that is the often the towers where they do the prayer are called a minaret. Eugene Bird knows. What year was I there? This was 2007 PvP.
Oh wow.
And do you mind reading this from our friend Phantom Outsider while I go through a couple more photos?
Sure. It's a good thing Canadian Spider-Man has wrist-mounted web shooters. Otherwise, the webs would come out of Spinneret's butt. Oh my gosh. And
Oh
no
dear
one
God.
wants to be webbed up using butt webs.
No, they don't. No. Jeez. And so yeah, just
What
everything
is
in the
going
market.
on?
Fresh food. Oops.
So you
Fresh
can buy
food.
those to eat? Can you buy those to eat?
That yeah, of course. I mean, I didn't, but
Yeah.
it'd be hard to get those back into the hostel, I think, and find. And this guy was with his son there. The fresh fruit, like the point with the chicken was, you get fresh meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not frozen. I didn't even see too many freezers, deep
No,
freezers.
you wouldn't. No.
No, and
But can you
melons,
tell me
produce.
what did that smell like? Were you there? Can you remember what it smelled like? Like the typical Asian
Yep.
smelling thing. Because I know the Asian smell because I lived in Malaysia. So, and tell me what the heat was like there.
It was dusty. It was really hard to get any cold water. Any time you stayed at a hotel, the water coming out of the ground was warm. Like if I go and turn on the cold tap right now, it's cold as hell. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're in Morocco, there's no cold water. I mean, if you went into a fancy restaurant and ordered it, yeah, absolutely.
But would you drink something
it was
that
dusty.
came out of the tap? Would you drink something
No,
that came out of the
no,
tap? No, you wouldn't.
no. I learned my lesson in India. No, I would not.
Yeah. Oh.
No. So, okay. And Fandom Outsider says green connects the worshippers to heaven, paradise, and nature.
There you go.
Thank you. That is really cool, Phantom. Thank you. And do you mind reading this for my friend Christopher?
Prince of Persia is one of my favorite live-action Disney films, along with Tron Legacy. I know, I love Prince of Persia. I did that with Appion. Said it was my movie I'd die on a hill for. I love it.
Wow! That is one I have to see. Yeah, there was a guy, and I have a video, and I think it's on my channel.
Yeah.
Of a guy banging with a little metal hammer, some metal over like a vice and a banging thing, and he's fabricating all these wonderful metal things. Yeah. That was just fantastic. Well, you know what? It's a form. Like it's not a vice. It's a form that you put a metal sheet on, and then you pound the hammer against it.
Like a round anvil?
Yeah, an anvil type. Yeah, but it was fancy. And this guy was old, and he had a little tiny hammer, and he looked like he'd been doing it forever. And he was really good at it.
Little pop mark. You see little bang marks on all of that.
Exactly.
Sort of thing, don't
yes,
you?
Karla.
Yeah.
And so everything there behind me was made like that. So that was pretty cool.
Amazing. Did you buy anything like that or not?
I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. No.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to buy one of these.
But I mean,
bought
how
the
heavy
shirt.
will that be? It'd be too heavy, right?
It was dusty. It was hot there. It smelled of dust and
wow,
garbage a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was.
What are those doors there?
They shut up the shops in the heat of the day, and I guess they
go to bed.
Yep, or go to prayer or have dinner or whatever during the heat of the day, as a lot of countries do in the hot parts of the day, like Spain. And you can see the tile. The doors are elaborate, and even the tile work is pretty cool there. So
yeah.
And okay, so here they are at prayer, and again the fancy tile work around, and the interesting shaped doors.
Yeah. Do you think, because we here in our countries, it's quite green, we've got a lot of nature and all that sort of thing. Do you think they try and make up for what they don't have in natural beauty in man-made beauty?
100%. That's a good point, Karla. I bet you. Yep.
It just came to me. It just occurred to me now. I'm like, we don't do that sort of thing, but we don't need to because we're surrounded by beauty.
We're surrounded by it. And PvP says, different world than it seems. I wouldn't go near an Islamist country these days. Well, it was pretty cool here.
I imagine it would be different now.
And do you mind reading our friend Eugene Bird's comment?
The first time I heard a call to prayer in Cairo, I didn't know what was happening, and it scared something out of me. The webbing, it scared the webbing out of him.
That's right.
Flaring loudspeakers, and everyone stops what they were doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we live in Malaysia. We had the same thing in Malaysia.
Yep, that's right. Phantom Outsider says they've actually been farming spider webs. As it turns out, when they weave, the fibers are very good at absorbing kinetic energy. Thinking of the impact a bug flying into a web has, and it still gets caught. That's a good point, eh? Yeah, that's right. I wonder why a lot of the archers used to wear silk. The Arab archers on horseback used to wear silk shirts as well. They would absorb some of that energy. Prince of Persia, says Ian Hamby, one of those video game to movie adaptations that was still an iffy practice. But as I'm only vaguely familiar with the source material, I thought the movie was worth the watch. Okay, well, I will watch it.
Fun. I could watch it. I watched it and watched it to write stuff down, and then I was like, you know what? I could watch it again.
Good to see you. Greek letters. Guten Morgen, Kameraden, he says. And so, yeah, these are... this is again the food that was just available. Apricots of different kinds, dates, and they would weigh it all up by the pound.
One of each or not?
I bought some. I didn't taste one of each. No, but I did buy some. And yeah,
did they taste different, or you were like,
no? They taste the same. Well, because in Canada, I think we get ours from probably.
We all do, I think.
Do you mind reading this from Phantom Outsider?
Oh. They are testing the practicality of spider webs made into bulletproof vests. They are way lighter, and being natural fibers are also cooler than what is currently used. They still add metallic or ceramic.
Okay, that makes that makes sense. But that's cool. And so this is again overlooking Fez there, and just it's just incredible to see. It's so different than Canada. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, no, it just looks up all the built-up housing we have these days that's so soulless.
And Wes Cagle says, my grandmother had a fancy golden tea set made in that style with the hammer marks all over. Yeah, I would have loved to come back with some of that, but I wanted to keep my backpack under 10 kilos. So that's under, what is that? Under 23 pounds or something like
about
that.
20 pounds, yeah. It
was a pretty cool marketplace. We needed a guide in Fez. If you go to the Medina, there's like 12,000 shops, we were told, in there, and little alleyways. Yeah, 12,000 shops and little nooks and crannies, and you'll get lost. We had to take a guide, and he was awesome. He was worth the money. And because he explained the history and everything, and because otherwise I would still be there. I'd be lost, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like that in a normal shop. I go into a shop, I'm like, man, I'll be lucky to get out.
Yeah, that was okay. And so here's some of the Moroccan. Do you know what the clay dish is? And they've got a conical shape that goes over top, usually conical shape, made of clay. Do you know what those are called?
I don't.
And the dish, as well as the pottery, I believe, share the name.
I don't. Sorry.
Tagine. Have you heard of tagine?
Oh, I've never heard of that. Okay.
Okay.
I don't mind if I haven't heard of something.
Yeah, this is tagine. So it was it was
How
just.
Do you spell that? How do you spell that?
Tagine. Tagine, I believe.
Okay.
I believe. And so the pottery was on sale. I'm glad I didn't try and put that in my backpack to bring home. But yeah, they cooked with earthenware, and this was like a curry and veg up top, and then this was chicken down below, and it's not spicy or anything. It's very savory.
You know why? Do you know why they have such spicy foods in places like India and
kill the germs and
and not only that,
bacteria.
Actually to also flavor like the or off meat and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Greek letters. We are examining Morocco and Casablanca over in North Africa, and these are photos that I took
And
while
were
I was
they
there.
yummy? Was it yummy?
That was yummy. Now, Moroccan food in general, like Moroccan salad, was basically onions and tomatoes in olive oil. Very disappointing. So it was hit or miss. But this place was good. In general, Morocco didn't stand out for the food. Let's put it that way.
How much did that food cost you? Because that looked like a lot of food.
It was a lot of food. Morocco was cheap. Morocco was
Okay.
cheaper than Spain. I mean, you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
you could eat for $10 a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yes, actually, Phantom Outsider, I did haggle because everything, there's no prices on anything in Morocco.
Yeah.
Well, or there might be a price, but it's negotiable. So yeah, absolutely, we negotiate. And I heard they don't respect foreigners as much if they don't haggle. Yeah, it's part of business for them. It's a social thing. It's quite polite to enter into the negotiation, and you don't have to, you don't have to haggle too much. You don't have to get crazy over it. But yeah, we haggled, like yeah, we haggled over. Now in restaurants they would have set menus, and then you would have a fixed price. But
Okay.
anything you buy out in the street, or any tour that you want to go on, like riding the camels, for example, I negotiated the price, and as soon as he said 420 dirhams, I said, "Oh, okay, that sounds like a good price. I like that number."
Yeah.
Sold. It was 8 dirhams to the dollar in 2007. Haven't eaten dates in ages. They are tasty. Yes, they are PvP, especially when they're local and fresh. And do you mind reading this for my friend West Kegel?
The horseback archers wear silk shirts because it makes removing arrows that they might get shot with
easier. Yes. And
what
movie did we see that from? Was that Dances with Wolves or?
I've never seen that.
No, that's from a movie. You're right. Shit. What movie was? Yeah, West Kegel. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you do. Yep, we learned that. At least that's
it wasn't Prince of Persia. Otherwise, I would have known that. I've watched it a lot of times.
That is Dionysus Larson. Leonestes. I can't pronounce it. Greek letters. We call it Greek letters.
Dionysus.
Thank you. That's it. Yeah, I cannot pronounce that correctly. So this is this is again part of the wall, the walled around the city. And this is one of the city entrances. Going in.
Do they have portcullises at all, or whatever they?
Not that I'm sure they did. I'm sure this isn't the original. This is probably a modern construction, but I'm sure they did have portcullises at the time. The big gates that would slam down, and again back into the markets. Now you could buy packaged crackers and packaged noodles and things like that, but a lot of it was just fresh right there. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that's what the locals buy all the fresh stuff, and the foreigners would buy all the packaged stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, 12,000 shops and all kinds of like not just shops, but like service people, like basically businesses. 12,000 businesses according to the tour guide, and so each one of these would be considered a business. And the local kids, if you wanted directions or you got to give them 10 dirhams because they don't do it for free. Yeah. And lots of local, just good fresh produce.
Yum! Those tomatoes look yummy.
Yeah, and these are some sort of chestnuts in the foreground with ginger in behind.
Oh yeah,
and then all the spices, like tons of. Like, I don't know how much paprika. That's like $100 worth of paprika, isn't it?
Oh no, it's like probably thousands or something.
Oh yeah, probably over here. West Kegel says Malaysia is the most populous Muslim country on earth. I think you might be right, West Kegel.
No, he's not. I think he's wrong.
No?
I corrected him. I not corrected him. I think it's Indonesia. Indonesia has the highest Muslim population. Right. Just Muslim population, no.
Well, Malaysia and Indonesia, I could see how you could get those two confused.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Myself included. I've never been to either of those places. They are both on the list, PvP.
Yeah.
Do you mind reading this from our friend Phantom Outsider?
In the 1910s, before the US created the Fed, $1 was worth approximately 1,000 times more than now. Hey, a $6 million man in today's money is worth over $6 billion. Wow, that is terrible.
Oh man, I could have bought some of that stuff and mailed it back to my home address. I've done that in India. I did mail home a package from India.
Did it get there?
It did.
Wow.
Wrapped up in cloth with wax, stitched up in cloth with wax on the stitches. And I have a photo of that.
Cool.
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It took 3 months. They said it would be 3 months by sea, and it was 3 months almost to the day. It was
Yeah,
cool. I've got a
yeah,
photo. Yeah, I'll have to, and yeah, I'll have to dig that up. That is a pretty cool photo.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's right, Indonesia. Ooh, and PvP says I ate at a Lebanese restaurant in Vancouver once. Food was delicious. Reminded me somewhat of Greek
Mm,
food. I'm not surprised. I
mm,
could see that.
mm,
And so
mm-hmm.
yeah, these big walled walls surrounded the cities back in the day, and that was kind of
Mm-hmm.
cool. So this we're entering. We're moving south
All blue
from
cars. Look
Fez.
at all the blue cars. They were all blue cars.
Yeah, yeah, kind of crazy, eh? I think
Like a
those were
yellow cab.
taxis.
Yeah, yeah,
Those are
yeah.
taxis because that's a meeting spot right outside the city wall, and people would grab.
Uh-huh.
So this is right now we're going into Rabat. This is the capital
All
city
right.
of Morocco. It's right on the
Mm-hmm.
coast and right
Mm.
south of Fez and
Do
just
they say
north of
why they
Casablanca.
have walls around their cities? Do they say why they have that?
Did not. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm no. I didn't. I never knew. I figured, yeah, to keep out invaders. Let
Your
them all
chat
go in
might be able to
harmony.
find out for us.
Oops, economically 8 million in 1970 is 48 million today. The 6 billion is what the cost would be factoring in inflation and current government overruns. Wow. And I want to
Yeah.
say hello to Sashi. Greetings. Where are we at?
Hello.
We are at Morocco, and this is Casablanca. Well, we're looking at Casablanca, but this is the capital of Morocco, Rabat. And this is apparently the royal palace in of Morocco, the royal palace in Rabat, the capital city. And ooh, I actually have a photo that I cut out of a magazine while I was here in Rabat, and
Okay.
yeah, and I put it in a frame. So here is Rabat from the water. That is not my photo.
That's a great idea, though.
That is not my photo. That is
Wow.
a magazine photo. But yeah, there is Rabat right
So
on the
it's on
water.
a hill? So it's on a
Yeah,
hill.
built
Ah.
on a hill. Yeah,
Wow, they use every single square inch of place, don't they?
they really do. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't know how many. Not a lot of Morocco seemed to be habitable. It was pretty dusty and
Yeah.
desert a
But you
lot.
know what? It doesn't look dusty, Spidey. So do you think they clean it a lot? I mean, I don't mean to sound ignorant or anything, but like,
No, you can't. No, it was just sandy and dusty. Take my word for
okay,
it.
okay.
It was-
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know, but they
yeah,
must clean it a lot. You must
and I
have
think
to
that
clean it a lot.
I would, yeah, and it would be hell on their water filtration systems too. I
Mm.
would think. And this, I think, says salt. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Yeah. Ooh, Indonesia is the most populated Muslim country, not
Yeah.
Malaysia. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Sashi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Malaysia has less than 40 million right now because Sashi is coming to us from that part of the
I think
world.
Indonesia used to be like 90 million or something like that. It was huge. I
Ooh,
was
okay,
really
so
surprised.
Wes Cagle does say the walls from long ago when the Great Walls were effective at keeping invaders at
Yeah,
bay.
yeah, yeah.
And do you mind reading this from our friend Sashi?
Also, in Asia, it could either be ginger or galangal. Galangal. Galangal has more of a citrus taste. Never
Oh,
heard of it.
oh, all right. I'd never heard of that either. That is
Mm.
galangal. Thank you, Sashi. That
She,
is that
she's
is
probably
really
like,
cool.
that is not how you say that word.
No, probably not. Okay, so where this was okay right there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I referred to as ginger in could have been galangal, the white in the middle of the photo there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thanks, Sashi. I did not know that. And it was pretty cool. At night, in the evenings,
Mm.
families and kids would gather around and
Yeah,
just play in the public
yeah.
square. So
What
that
a
was kind of
difference
cool.
between the day and nighttime.
Now, Phantom Outsider says, if it's not your photo, how do you have it? Instead, say, here's a photo. I did not take the photo, but have it anyway. Well, it's from I cut it out of a lovely magazine where I was staying. I don't know who took that photo, but it's a nice one. And it does show Rabat from the ocean. And aha, see, told you it was on the Atlantic coast. So there
Mm-hmm.
is the with a lighthouse.
My
No-
favorite type of water. I love water and rocks.
Mhm.
It's so mesmerizing.
It was fun to watch this, and lighthouse not totally unlike what we have in Nova Scotia in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
There and lots of people fishing in the surf.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Wow. You must lose a lot of stuff from them washing onto the rocks, getting caught in the
Yeah,
rocks.
yeah, you'd think so. And I wouldn't. Yeah, it looked pretty turbulent. I wouldn't want to go swimming in it.
Mm.
Although there was a beach.
Oh
And,
no!
you can see everyone's protecting themselves from the
Oh,
sun. And it was right near like an industrial kind of port
I
area
couldn't
too.
handle
So
it.
yeah,
I
I don't.
couldn't
I
handle
looked at the water,
it.
and there it is there.
Okay, it doesn't look so bad like that, but it does look bad. I can't.
Yeah, it's well,
I live right
you're
by the
used to
beach.
Australian beaches as
No,
well.
and New Zealand beach. I
Yeah.
live right by a beach, but I only go during the weekday when no one's around.
Ah, okay. So the other cool thing about Rabat was some of these Mediterranean colors were a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
buildings had like similar to I guess
Mm-hmm.
Greece and Egypt
Well, it's for
and
heat, right? It makes sense
yeah
because they do white because of the heat.
yeah yeah.
And
So I
blue
thought that
must.
was
I wonder if blue does the same sort of thing because, like, Greece and them do have light blue and things. So blue must have something to do with the sun as well.
yeah maybe and I guess it reminds people of the ocean.
Yeah,
Greek
I
letter
would do that.
says we have dust over here periodically during springtime, and the cloud dust has to travel halfway the Mediterranean. Imagine being there for real. Yeah, no doubt. They
Did you
just,
ever see
yeah.
photos? Did you ever see photos of vehicles in was way away from the Sahara desert, and they were covered in the sand from the sandstorms? It might have been Europe, or
Oh,
it was
wow.
amazing. It had gone far. Wow, look at that! That
And
is
it wasn't, isn't that
awesome.
cool?
That is
Yeah. I
very
thought,
cool.
okay. Well, as a matter of fact, Carla, I have a video that I can
Mm-hmm.
just briefly uh, show, and it is of driving just outside of Rabat. And there isn't an audio, but it's just short, and it'll give you a good idea of what we're talking about here. So let's bring that up just like there. All right, here we go. All right, and I'll just hit play, and we can see what it's like driving in outside of Rabat.
Oh, look at that. Were you hot? Were you were driving? Were you hot there?
I'm sorry, Carla.
Was it hot when you were driving? Like, because it doesn't give you a sense of how hot something is. Were you
It
hot in
was,
that vehicle or what?
yeah. The buses didn't really have aircon, and it was
Mm,
like 40
mm,
degrees,
yeah,
high 30s, 40 degrees. Yeah,
Celsius. Yeah.
Celsius. Yeah, so that's not
Something like
far off.
no,
Uh,
90,
geez, what
100?
100?
Something like 90 or 100
Amer- 100
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, 90 something
Mm,
Fahrenheit. Yeah, it was hot.
mm. Very
But yeah,
good.
so that's what it was like driving around.
You know what? I'll
And,
tell you, this is my theory because often I'll go on Google Maps and you can do street view. Like you can go to the Aztec, one of those Aztec, not temples. What are they called?
oh,
Aztec ruins.
yeah,
The
Aztec.
ruins.
Yeah, I called them pyramids, temples. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so Aztec, and you can actually on Google Maps you can sort of almost walk around that area.
yeah,
People have taken so many photos, and I wonder
yeah.
how long
I
it is
believe it.
before Google Maps is. You go on Street View and say your a Street View wherever you live or something like that, and it actually lets you drive rather than you having to scroll across all the time. I wonder how long it'll be before they can do that because it
That
can't be that hard.
I no, you know what? It'll happen. It's going to be
Mm,
amazing what we're going to be able to
mm.
do. Yeah, I can't wait for. I mean, we're going to be able to explore the world just from our
Yeah,
living room.
yeah,
It already sort of can. That's what we're
hmm
doing tonight. Do you
yeah. It
mind
is.
reading? Do you mind reading this from our friend
Yep,
Sashi?
yep. Galangal comes in the same family as ginger. A lot of Western chefs accidentally use ginger when galangal is required, and your pronunciation is about spot on. Oh, yay for
Nice.
us!
And Christopher Dominguez, yes, the beaches
Yeah.
were scorching hot to walk on. Absolutely,
Mm.
sandals were 100% required.
Mm-hmm.
And the white and blue looks like Santorini, Greece. Yes. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Eugene Bird, excellent. Well, I want to go there someday soon if I
Mm-hmm.
can. My housemate has been practicing Greek for 4 years,
Oh
and
wow!
we'll like to go on it. He's never been, I've never been, so we're gonna
Dang,
try.
that's awesome.
And then he can speak. Yeah.
After New Zealand, right?
After, well, we'll see.
I'm
I don't know.
only
New
joking.
Zealand's a long
I
way
know you.
away.
No, I'm only joking. Don't worry.
It's a long way away.
It is.
If I went to New Zealand and didn't go visit my brother in Western Australia, he'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
he'd
but
have
there's no. Can you
he'll
get
come over.
boiling mud anywhere? Can you get boiling mud? I'll come over, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to Perth. I'll go to like Melbourne or Sydney. I like Melbourne. I
Ooh, you'd
love
like
Melbourne.
Bunbury. I've got friends in Melbourne, and my brother
Mm.
knows them. Actually, my brother is
Oh
good
no.
friends with
Mm.
them. We could meet in Melbourne because he has
Yeah,
definite
I
reason
can
to
do
go to
that.
Melbourne.
Definitely do
And so,
that.
yeah, this is the night market, and just they're always like cooking up fresh food, and it was cheap and it was
Mm.
good, and you can see right there how it's
What time is
prepared.
that? What time is that?
This would have been frig not late, 8 o'clock at night,
Oh, oh,
really.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it gets dark pretty, 7,
Mm.
7:30. Oh, okay. Wes Kegel says, sorry, not Patton, Eisenhower. If I'm not mistaken, Eisenhower landed his allied army somewhere in between Rabat and Casablanca in
Mm.
1942. This month, in fact. No shit,
Oh
Wes Kegel.
wow, there you go.
That is, yeah. Oh, okay. Greek letters. Do you mind reading Greek letters, please?
Fun fact: the Greeks adopted the aesthetics blue wall during 1930s, with a law passed from a dictator who wanted to emulate Greece towards Western standards. Oh, that's ironic.
Ironic.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And just fresh. It was fantastic. I did
Yeah.
eat quite a bit of pork, quite a bit of chicken there. Yeah.
Okay.
Not as much. Did I have fish? I did have, I think, fish in a tangine like stew pot. Yeah.
So they wouldn't have
Right,
beef?
right on
No,
the
no.
tip.
I'm thinking of Indians wouldn't have beef because cows are sacred.
They don't. Now there are places in India where you can get beef if you go to any restaurant flying the Islamic flag. They
Mm-hmm.
will have beef.
Okay.
Daniel's Hot Topics just said, I just saw a vid
Hi,
where they were
Daniel.
interviewing Mike Myers and asked me if there was another Austin Powers movie coming. And he responded, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. That's not a no. That is fantastic. I like Mike Myers.
That's living on hopium.
And yeah, pig's feet, as you can see, and
Oh.
just hanging out in the air. Not a lot of refrigeration, but
Wow.
people don't get sick. So.
No.
Okay, and here, yeah,
Oh.
here we go.
Look at
That's,
that.
that
That's
fantastic, folks.
amazing.
You like
Where
that?
is that? Is that Casablanca?
That
Or?
That's Casablanca. Here we are,
Ah.
folks. That is Casablanca.
Yeah.
And the tower that you're looking at is the second largest Islamic temple. What do they call that?
Minaret, you said or something? Or not?
Well, that's the prayer tower, but
Oh, right.
it's the second largest in the world. Shit, what's the name for Islamic temple?
Sorry, I don't know.
Mosque.
Ah, a
The
mosque?
second
Is that
largest
what you
mosque
wanted
at the
to
time.
do?
It was in the world, right there in
Oh,
Casablanca, and it was incredible.
wow.
And we have
Mm-hmm.
some photos of it. So also, I rented. My partner and I rented this room for right in Casablanca, right at the port,
Yeah.
and it was something like $30 a night. It's called Hotel Central,
Wow.
and it was
Wow.
fancy with balconies overlooking.
Uh-huh.
as you can see, you can get tea right up to your room,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the view overlooking the city.
Nice.
And
Wow, that's cool.
I'll just show you. And I got a pamphlet.
Oh,
Uh,
that mosque looks way taller in that photo than it did
they
in
had a
Ryan's
pamphlet.
photo.
So there is Hotel
Hotel Central. Okay.
Central,
Yeah.
and that's some of the decor inside. And
Mm.
then, yeah, does it open up? It does. Oh yeah, it does open up. Here it is. Here.
Oh yeah, there's two. Very cool. Nice.
There it is, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, here it is. So you're right there, the red.
Yeah.
You're right at the port.
Those are accurate photos for that brochure, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're taken right from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here, there you go. Oh, and while I have myself big, I might as well show you. I did dig this up. This is the
wow
20 dirham note. The 20
Yeah.
dirham note.
So you said there's six of those for $1? No, what?
At the time it was 8.
8 of those for $1. So almost 10 cent. 10. Oh, $1. Is that worth? What's that worth? Someone has to do math for me.
12. I don't know.
$2?
20. Yeah, that'd be 250, 225, something like that. Yeah, just over $2. Yeah.
We'll just decimalize it to make it easier.
That's right. And so this is the view from the top of Hotel Central, and
Nice.
it was amazing. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's just
And,
real estate on top of it, isn't it? Really, in those places where it doesn't rain much, you've just got real estate on top of your house.
It was nice being close to the water, and you always had a breeze up there, and you could take your meals up there, and so in the evenings and in the mornings you could hear call to prayer from that minaret right over there over the last years. So Sashi says in Malaysia the temperature is around mid 30s Celsius.
Yeah.
Hottest places I've been in Malaysia are abandoned tin mines because the bleach sand reflects the sunlight. It's funny you say that, Sashi. The worst sunburn I've ever seen in my life was not on a beach in Thailand or Australia. It was up on top of Whistler Mountain Ski Resort.
Yeah.
In the spring.
You burnt both ways. You got reflecting snow and you're cold.
Bingo.
So it's terrible.
Ooh, getting excited for the possibilities, said Daniels.
Good for you.
About Mike Myers, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks so good. You're lucky, but well, it was a lot of sacrifice, man. A lot of saving up money and sacrifice. I don't exactly live an expensive lifestyle, so there are trade-offs.
No. And you're not traveling expensive either, are you? You travel the cheapest way you can, and that is not comfortable a lot of the time.
Masjid in local language, says Sashi, and that's mosque in the local language, Sashi? Okay, thank you. And yeah, it was just fantastic. And again, yeah, the overlooking from the hotel.
Look at that! Oh my goodness!
I know, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty relaxing. It was pretty relaxing. Yeah, I had a good time. But it was right next to the port, which was kind of interesting. And yeah, so this is the second largest mosque in the world. And I just want to say hello to Rancor Steve. Hi, welcome.
Hello.
We're looking at Casablanca right now. This is Casablanca. And gorgeous, incredible. And these were all the local kids hanging out. And it was weird to see such stark poverty in the streets surrounding this mosque, and just the elaborate, incredible expense and splendor and over the top opulence, I guess is a word, of this mosque. But just incredible.
If you think about it, it's a massive part of their lives. So
it is.
5 times a day, is it that called?
So I went and got candies. These are all sweet treats, and I took them to the kids.
Oh,
This
really?
is like almond fingers and things like that. That kind of a short.
Nougat? Would they have nougat there?
Yeah.
Or...
They did. They had nougat. They had shortbread. They had almond type breads. They had all kinds of sweets. The Moroccans did like the sweets, and they were pretty fancy. And yeah, there you go,
Oh, look
folks.
at that! My
Sunset
goodness.
over Casablanca.
Uh-huh.
Yep, mosque is Masjid.
Uh-huh.
Ma, Mas, Masjid.
Masjid.
Yeah.
Masjid.
Hail. Hi. So yeah, that's Casablanca at sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And so during this photo, the call to prayer was being sent out. It was pretty cool. And had I been smarter, I would have taken a video of that so I could play it.
So we can listen to it anyway?
So we could listen to it. But I didn't. See, this is back even in 2007. I really didn't have, and that's the moon. If you can see, that is the moon in the sky.
Wow. That's
Yeah, I didn't
lovely.
have a lot of storage space on my camera, so I
Mm.
should have taken more videos for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But and this okay, so this is inside. It was expensive to go inside, but it was worth it. It is one of
Mm-hmm.
the most elaborately
That
decorated
I've
buildings.
never seen anything like that.
This is all marble and
Wow.
different kind of stone, Karla,
Wow.
and really carved, expensive looking wood.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
and
look at
I've
that.
got to say, it's all. I think it was all hand carved and
Oh,
hand
it
done.
would be. It would be.
And
It would be.
the chandeliers were incredible.
Yeah. Actually, those chandeliers look really underwhelming compared to the rest of the. If you
I
like,
guess.
it doesn't. It's not.
No,
big
that one
enough.
that one is pretty nice.
You
I don't know if you can see that one.
No.
It's
Yeah.
in the-
Okay. Maybe in
But
real life it looks better than the photo. You know, like
Mm.
maybe.
just very elaborate, incredible
Oh,
decor.
amazing! Like I said, I've never seen anything like it.
No, it is one of the most yeah. Well, it's the second
Is that
largest.
marble floor?
It's stone of some sort, and I'm gonna say probably marble. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a stone expert, but it looked like marble to me.
Oh, wow.
To me, yeah. It as far as I saw, it was marble, and there was water. Some of these had fountains and water going through. Those
No
are fountains right
way.
there.
No
Those are water
way.
fountains. There, the water's
Wow.
not turned on, but yeah, water there. And this is a
Wow.
pool. This is a pool, like a Turkish style bath.
Yeah, yeah.
It was no one was in it. It was closed at the time, but that is water.
Mm-hmm.
And that this is the guy that was I stayed here at his place for a little while.
So
and
he had like an Airbnb or something, or
an
people
Airbnb,
who
yeah,
can
and it
come?
was they're called riads, and I was yeah,
Uh-huh.
Lemon Pie and I were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, I know that.
Riad, yeah, Riad,
Mhm.
sort of like a B&B, and it was worth it, man. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Hotel Central.
Uh-huh.
There's my photo of Hotel Central. Let's see if they got it. Looks similar. Okay, that's
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, very
You know,
similar.
it is.
Yeah, yeah, it was gorgeous.
Can you tell me that over there, because we live in the southern hemisphere and you live in the northern hemisphere, so you get winter or summer. You know how the
Mhm.
times change. The time change, like at the moment, our sun, it gets dark at 9. Whereas you guys, it might get dark at 5 or whatever. Do
Yeah,
they have that
try
there?
3:30, 4 o'clock now.
Do they have
Yeah,
that there? Like, or is it always the same?
Because they're more closer to the equator. I found that there wasn't that much. I didn't think so. Anywhere that I've been along, the equator planet.
Equatorial.
Yeah, like Ecuador, for example, or Peru, or yeah, maybe Thailand, or you get closer to the equator, and yeah, I think that there is less of a variation in the days for sure, but so you don't get, like in the summer here, it'll stay light until 10 o'clock at night. You can actually work outside until 10 p.m. A lot of places here, they never see light past 7 p.m. Or 7:30.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question, Karla. And how tall, Eugene Bird? How tall is that mosque? That mosque, wow, that's that. I don't know. Wow, I mean, I gotta say, look how far, like those buildings that we're looking at are all 3 and 4 story. I gotta say,
so we're still Casablanca.
Yep, this is Casablanca. Yeah, the main focus on this show is Casablanca. I gotta say, it's probably 10 stories, at least
Okay.
120 feet tall. Daniel's Hot Topic
Yeah,
says,
that's
I just
awesome.
found this cool Austin Powers Dr. Evil Super Bowl commercial. Wish I could share. Wow.
210 meters tall.
210 meters.
Yeah.
So that's like
Yep.
600. Yeah, that's
The
650
minaret
feet.
is 60 stories. The minaret is 60
Wow.
stories high.
Wow. I thought it was only, like
Yeah.
maybe 150. Wow. Well, I didn't go up it.
Oh,
I wasn't allowed to go up it. So yeah, I'm just judging from down below. And there's nothing to compare it to around, right? It's the tallest thing around. So
have a guess how many people can worship can gather together for prayer in that whole area.
Casablanca has like 1.5 million people, I believe.
But how many worshippers? How many worshippers would fit in around that temple area?
Probably like I gotta say a couple thousand.
Maximum of 105,000 worshippers can gather together for prayer. 25,000 inside the mosque hall, and another 80,000 on the mosque's grounds outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
That unbelievable, Karla. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, these are all suites.
It's like numbers you can't imagine. It's like football games.
That's not, so it's 210 meters tall, and you can fit that many thousand worshippers. That's unbelievable.
25,000 inside.
Yeah.
Is it?
West Kegel says, "Hey Joey, have you ever been to a Turkish bath?" The Turkish bath jokes can commence. Too bad I cut this guy's head off. Shit.
So those are all handmade.
But these are suites.
Well.
Those are all handmade suites.
Yeah.
Very
Crazy.
yeah. What's that really super sweet? Marzipan. Some of them were like marzipan.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever been to Europe and had or anywhere that had marzipan.
So,
yeah. So that was kind of good. But a lot of these were sweet breads and delicious. So I did buy some more of those too. Of course. I have a sweet tooth, Karla. And so this
I don't.
Okay, so we've with this we've left Casablanca, and we are now in Marrakesh.
Very good.
And Eugene Bird says, "Pleasant to see you, Dionysius Larsen. Good luck." Because, yes, he says he's off to the village for a funeral.
Oh, wow.
On internet, which means I'll be maintaining radio silence for the weekend. I'll be going behind enemy lines. Well, good luck. Keep your head down. Keep your head down. Don't talk politics. And we will see you when you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you. So this is Marrakesh is famous for its outdoor night markets, and this is probably one of the biggest squares I've seen in all of Morocco. There it is. There's on this side of the market, you can go up 3 stories up to a restaurant and have a decent priced meal, and with a view overlooking the market in the evening.
Wow.
So I got up there just as the sun was going down, and this is just after the sun went down.
That would be amazing.
It was pretty cool. It was absolutely pretty cool. It was a great idea.
How high do you think? How many stories?
And there's my meal.
Yeah.
3. So we're on the 3rd story.
Okay.
Outdoor seating on the 3rd story, sort of overlooking, like on a balcony.
So are you on the roof? Were you on the roof?
No, it was a balcony, sort of like a. The roof was higher up. There was another floor, but I guess like part of the roof, but there was another higher section to it. But yes, I guess it would be the roof. Yes. Mm-hmm. And West Kegel happens to know that Marrakesh is the hashish capital of the world. I did not partake because I did not want to spend time. I didn't want to spend time in a Moroccan jail, and so this is more tangine, which is just this might have been beef, actually, with the vegetables, potatoes, and the carrots, of course, and the onions, always with the onions. And here, you can buy your tangine and take home. There's all the tangines for sale.
Yeah.
They're pretty heavy, so I didn't get one. Oh, cool. So here is the Sahara Desert part of Morocco, and from Marrakesh, we booked a tour to go out to the boonies in the western part of the Sahara. And there we go. There's a camel. And I'm on the second camel. You can see the head just below my head. So we had 2 camels and just walking through the desert for, I think it was a good 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, when I was in India, I did get to steer the camel. I did get to drive. So I gave the little kid behind me, the owner's kid, I gave him my headphones and he listened to Rolling Stones and I drove the camel. Here on the lead, and I did not get a chance to take the reins, even though I had experience driving camels. He wouldn't let me take it. So here is the Rod, and this is the desert inland, away from the coast in Morocco.
How's it going?
It is going fantastic. This is actually my last photo of the night, Rod.
Of course.
We're just finishing up. Well, I've got a big day tomorrow, so I wanted to keep it to about an hour.
Oh, good.
We're just about on schedule. And so this is, so we've been looking at Casablanca and a lot of the coastal parts of Morocco, Rod. And so this is inland.
Okay.
This is inland in the center.
It's the bush.
There is mountains and bush, and you can see the prayer minaret down below the square tower.
It's smaller than the last one we saw.
A little bit. And just incredible scenery. So
it's
there's
made
Morocco,
out of the
folks.
It's made out of the materials in the hill. You can see that, right? From that last photo you showed us.
You can.
You can just tell that they build their materials out of the mountain that we looked at. Look at that.
That's right. Oh, Eugene Bird, Bedouins.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. It's been a while, but you might be right. I mean, this is 18 years ago, but Bedouins? Bedouin Sound Clash. They were popular at the time. Rod, have you heard of the Bedouin Sound Clash?
Vaguely, actually.
Yeah, they would have been.
I'm actually in the Flying J at Red Deer tonight in the truck, and they wanted me down down by Red Deer where I'm supposed to pick some pipe up, and which actually, I mean, I went earlier today, but then and I even started early too. Like I was at work at 6 in the morning, and then pulled out at 6:30, and then but oh my God, old man Winter was just really running.
Talking about that.
Yeah, running fierce yesterday morning, and so I'm just so then I don't blame them, and I actually like camping out of the truck on weekends or on weekends.
Warm. Do you have a good heater?
Oh man, I cranked the bunk heater up, and my truck warms up with 10 minutes.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
It
takes me about a half an hour to get my house cranking warm, but with the wood stove. But yeah, we're just this is Fez, and we're just wrapping up because we just went all around Morocco, and we focused on Casablanca, of course. But we did this is from Fez.
Okay. I tuned in about a half an hour, but I completely passed out. I mean, I fell asleep. Fell asleep listening to you. Not that
Oh, it's so exciting, aren't we?
You're getting some early hours, Rod. I mean, I gotta get up early tomorrow, but it's not 6. 6 is crazy early.
Oh, but I've been done for 6 hours myself. So I've been kind of sort of half dozing the last 3 hours. So.
Well, I really want to thank everyone for being here, and Karla, have you had you been familiar with Morocco, or does anything here surprise you at all about Morocco?
I sort of tend to I've never been to those places, but I know a lot of those places because probably you watch movies and then you watch the making of the movies, and so many things we've seen in the past have been based around this sort of culture, and that those hot countries can only build so many different buildings because it's so hot.
It was
Yeah.
it was
They're
a
severely
constant thing.
restricted. Yeah, but that mosque was amazing. I'll never forget that.
Incredible.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before.
No,
Yeah.
it was really impressive. Yeah, and I never expected. I didn't even know it was in Casablanca. I didn't even know until we walked up on it. It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I highly recommend Casablanca, and
Mhm.
this mosque was incredible, and it's right on the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
So there was always it wasn't that hot. Casablanca wasn't that hot
Mm-hmm.
because there was
The breeze.
a breeze,
A sea
yeah.
breeze. Yeah.
Now there were a lot of cockroaches, and I mean Australian size cockroaches, like big.
Ouch.
Even in the hotel we were staying at, and it was a very nice hotel, fancy hotel, but it's just
I wouldn't want to feel one.
part of life. It's just part of life in Australia or Japan
Mm-hmm.
or Morocco.
Yeah.
Christopher Domingo says Morocco holds a marathon called the Marathon des Sables. Really? That would be hot.
Yeah, it would. Maybe you run
Anyway,
time.
I think we'll end this stream on this fantastic sunset. This is sunset over Casablanca.
Perfect.
As the as the mosque emits the call to prayer over the loudspeakers over the city. So thank you so much for being here, Karla, and Rod. Thanks for dropping in, and I appreciate everyone. Eugene Bird and Christopher Dominguez and West Cagle and everyone else that popped in. Daniel's Hot Topics, Sashi, Greek Letters, and we had I know Rancor Steve was in here, Phantom Outsider.
Oh, nice.
And PvP was here, and some Karla Burton with a wicked avatar. That is a wicked avatar.
I dress up for you.
It's fantastic. And Sci-Fi Nation was here, and Stark of Iron and Rusty Rivers, buddy of mine.
Nice.
And we had a whole bunch. Garrett Grant is another one. He's I recognize him from around. So, and yes, Ian Hanby is here as well. So thanks for being here, everyone. And next Thursday, we'll continue traveling the world. We'll go somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All righty then.
Good night, everybody.
Sounds good. Yeah. See you later.